Hi everyone, it is Wednesday, October 10th, and this is my trade recap. Today's session is like 2 or 3 hours long, the original video before I cut it down, so you'll see a lot of edits, and I'm still trying to get the hang of the software and stuff. Started out my day like I normally do. I'm on the hourly. Just finished marking a potential order block and also marking the top of this leg, because later on I'd like to see price either reverse at that line or retest above it and continue upwards. Also switching to the 15-minute here to point out that the fair value gap did end up working out. Not that I would have traded it, since it landed basically in the last 20 or 30 minutes of yesterday's close, but nice to see that it worked out. And then it also worked out this morning in the London session, and there was a fair value gap below. We're cruising through trades here. I took a few pre-market and some small scalps that were losses. You can pause at different points in the video and see my P&L to check my math, but it was a $32 loss, a $20 loss, then a 122 profit and a 55 profit, and then things get kind of ugly, and you'll see that $391 loss, which at this point in the trading day put me within $200, I think, of my $500 daily loss limit, which is a self-imposed rule that I'm trying to work into my trading, along with only trading micros. Here I have enough signals below below price that I'm pretty confident a long is safe here. So you'll see, I see that wick. Yep. 3 MNQs. I close that for a loss, 124, and then it's going to fast forward a little bit, and it turns out the trade was right. I just didn't survive the pullback, which is almost identical to yesterday's trade, and I try not to do the trades where it's like, well, yesterday did this, so today's going to do this again, but that would have been a great long if I had held it, but I was too worried about hitting the daily loss limit, so I really didn't want to hit that 2 days in a row. I end up taking another trade that's a loss here in a minute. It kind of flies right through it because of my edits, but it's a $63 loss, which puts me at within $50 of my daily loss limit. At this point, I'm pretty. Let's see what happens here. I've marked out these levels because I'm looking for price to hold and go higher here. So I start taking longs, and you can see I put my contract count up to 10. So I'm essentially trading 1 NQ. And that trade alone almost brings me back to break even. That was a $390 trade. And then here's me drawing some lines thinking I know what price is going to do. Of course it doesn't. You just never know. And when I'm live, if you guys ever hear me say watch this, and then I like start marking stuff, just don't do anything. Just watch and grab some popcorn or whatever. You do. You try to. You think you know. You think you know what's going to happen, but it doesn't always be the case. Right here, I'm going short. I like the fair value gap. I like how everything's kind of chopping around. And also potentially, in my mind, I could see this being a rejection on the hourly and continuing lower for a while. I continue taking quick scalps at 1 or 10 micros or 1 mini. And so it's like plus $10, plus 60, plus 55, another 55, 55, $50 loss. $30 win. This trade right here is a short based on those wicks, and that it possibly rolls back over to go down past the yeah, right. Oh look, no, I'm right. Get that off there. Anyways, turned out not to happen, and I was, there you go. Luckily, got out of the trade before it continued higher. I think we're about to fast forward a little bit. So there's that 50 at the very top. You can see the $50 loss. And then I have 2 more trades here. One for $30 profit. And then I really liked the next setup, and I doubled up to just basically 2 minis. So 20 micros. And the final trade of the day ends up being $205. Price pulls back enough that I add 10 on, believing that the fair value gap below is going to hold. And man, is it dicey. All the way to like the 2-second mark. And then takes off. And that right there, I mean, my upper level, that hourly yellow line, like that's my next target. But at this point, I was just thrilled to be green, and who knows what was going to happen next. But I ended up closing it out, and this would be where I lock it out if I was on the eval account. Really tough start to the day, but it worked out great, and just kind of locked in and managed 351 for the day. Anyways, probably my last day trading till next Monday or Tuesday. Taking the family camping for a long weekend. It's going to be fun. But then I'll be back and posting some more videos. Maybe do some live streams next week. Have a good weekend. Bye.
Bass hits, echoes drift where the cosmos sits. Bass hits, grooves that float through the starry mist.